Peace, Infinite Waters, diving deep. A lot of people have been asking me, why don't you talk about the Illuminati? Why? Why not? Why don't you talk about secret societies? For me, I don't want to give my energy away to things outside of me because I realize that Illuminati R Us. We are the secret societies. And Illuminati, coming from the Latin lumen, light, the people who are in the know, the illuminated ones who have hidden esoteric knowledge from the masses for so long. If we dive deep, let's dive deep. In my limited perception, there was a time on the planet where human beings were more connected to nature, and you had groups of people who were observing everything, stars, and they noticed these divine cycles in the universe, constellations and all of these things, and they realized that we're living in a very, very mysterious, magical universe. A lot of people right now are so bored of life, but back then in the ancient times, people couldn't get enough of studying the universe because everything was alive, everything was vibrating. And even if you look at flags today, you see a lot of symbols of crescent moons on certain flags, stars, because this is humanity's origin, where people, certain groups of people, were able to realize that human beings were phenomenal. The potential human beings had, and these groups of people were called the priesthood. And they gave certain bits of information to other people and certain families, and these families became very powerful because they had deep esoteric knowledge and information that really and truly human beings are far greater than we've ever been told. And these families created governments and to govern men, to govern over men, because they had the information, they had the knowledge, they had the realization that everything is vibrating. Human beings are far more than their body. Human beings are spiritual beings having a physical experience. And a lot of the ancients have talked about us coming from the stars and all of these things. So essentially the Illuminati, you've had so many different fractions breaking off, and a lot of information has been hidden from the masses. But in essence, I always like to think of it like this. We hold the key. Each individual that realizes that Illuminati are us. We are the starship. We are the Stargate. And that's why there's such a need to lower the vibration on the planet. And you've had great beings who have been illuminated, who are in the know. They realize the true potential of human beings, and they are here to uplift humanity. They've been here, they've come. People have called them prophets and all kinds of things. And you've also had people who have been in the know, who have had great esoteric knowledge, and they have wanted to enslave humanity for their own greed and for their own fortune. And this is what the Illuminati is. It's those in the know, those that realize that what we see is nothing like what this world is. And the world is far more mysterious. And in essence, shutting down the frequency, it's a love lockdown, closing people's hearts. The Illuminati, a lot of the people who were into the dark magic, who were really about shutting down people's perceptions and creativities of what they could imagine. You had witches who were being burnt on stakes and all of these things. These people, they realized that the brain was separated into two hemispheres, the right and the left. And the right was normally associated with creativity, with the feminine principle, with giving, with intuition. And the left side of the brain was very logical, technical, mechanical. And the body, they realized the body basically worked in union. These two principles, masculine and feminine, interwoven. Intuition and logic. Beautiful. So they wanted to shut down the creative side of human beings. The only way they could do this was to shut down, essentially, the right brain. And how do you do this? Because they knew that the right brain of human beings corresponded to the left side of the body. And the left brain corresponded to the right side of the body. And that's why what the Illuminati have done so well is use language to govern our perception, because language is thought. So the old English word for left was weak, because the left side of the body corresponds to the right side of the brain, which is basically about creativity. It's knowing. And everything associated with left, even left-handed people throughout history, if you research it, don't take my word for it, they have always been ridiculed, they have been executed, because the Illuminati, the dark ones, into the dark magic and what have you, who have wanted to control humanity, have always been about shutting the creative side of humanity down. And it's just amazing, because everything right, he is very right and proper. If you're right, then you're proper. And it's amazing. This is why so many people write with their right hand. This could be a reason. And what the Illuminati have also done is the people who have wanted to deceive and manipulate human beings is to keep us in constant distraction. And oh yes, just like human beings, we eat other animals. Have we ever wondered who is eating us? And yes, we do have people who want to keep us as a slave species, but at the same time, you also have illuminated beings, or Illuminati, people who are in the know, who are doing their best every single day to uplift the vibration of humanity and to restore the creative side of humanity. Once again, because everybody has been molded to fit a particular package. And that's what the Illuminati have done to keep us in bondage. The people who have been practicing the dark magics and what have you, essentially to manipulate human beings to draw us into a very materialistic world where everything we see, feel, touch and taste, that is the only reality. So essentially, they have just shut down what this world could potentially be. It's all about shutting down people's imagination, because children are born with their third eye open. They come into this dimension. We all come here knowing both our brain hemispheres are intact, creativity and logic, which is the perfect combination. This is the divine marriage. And when we go to these institutions, schools, these prisons, really are all about, that's all part of the plan to really shut down humanity. Also, language is also another thing, because by what the Illuminati have also done is control language. When we look at the past, the present and the future, we know a lot of cultures, indigenous cultures around the globe, have always seen that there's only the present tense. They only spoke in the present tense. By having a language in the past tense and the future tense, it's always keeping us out of what's happening right now. So these people, who people call the Illuminati, who they're both sides. They're great people who are here to also uplift in the so-called Illuminati, and they're people who are here to keep humanity in a deep sleep, because many people are enjoying. It's like a banquet. It's like how it's Christmas time when we have the turkey on the table. This is it. When human beings, we have to wonder, maybe we are also the turkey. And in essence, for me, it's all about shutting down the feminine principle, because once that opens, then the Stargate is open. And in essence, that's why a lot of indigenous cultures, they worship the Great Mother. A lot of old societies were matriarchal. And in essence, a lot of people nowadays, even women, have become male. They've become hardened. And this is perfect, because as long as humanity is just operating very left brain, which is all about logic, and if I can't see it, then it doesn't exist. This is perfect. But really and truly, I feel that Illuminati are us, and we are the light. And if enough people recognize that, then that's when everything falls apart, because essentially we are the glue which is holding everything together. And that's what the Illuminati don't want people to know about, that we are it. And that's where it is. Once people start thinking for themselves, then it's over, because we realize that we don't need anything out there. Everything is only happening in here. And the TV is all part of the distraction. And what the Illuminati have also done so well is confuse this whole notion of good and evil. Because the priesthood realized from their observations that nothing was good or evil. Essentially, things were moving in a divine motion. Just like you have blood in your heart, the veins are carrying blood to the heart, and the arteries are carrying blood away from the heart. Traffic, if you're moving in traffic, cars are going one way and cars are going another way on the motorway. You can't have everything going in the same direction. It just doesn't work. Or you can have an accident. So the priesthood realized that, in essence, good and evil are only servants for the creator. And what the many secret societies have done to confuse humanity is to make it seem like there's a great battle going on the planet between good and evil. And you have Lucifer, which really just means the morning star. So who was there to observe the morning star? You see, so it's just amazing how a lot of us are still being kept in fear, but really and truly I realize that there is nothing to fear about Illuminati or secret societies, because they knew that there is no secret. We are the secret. That's all there is. There's nothing outside. Everything is happening in here. Infinite waters. That's all you're going to get from me on Illuminati, because Illuminati are us. We are illuminated every day. We breathe in the beauty of the world, and we are it. Peace. Keep your mind open, because once your mind is open, then really and truly we are eternal. We are basically timeless. Infinite waters, diving deep. Stay warm. Stay happy. Stay sad as well. Take care. Peace.